Bonjour, everyone. Hi, this is Neshi Lokotz. Welcome to Star Nations Organization's main fan page where I do my weekly show, Communications from Home. And tonight is Tuesday, January 29th, and it is frigid cold here in Toma, Wisconsin. And as you can tell, I'm still broadcasting from home, not up at the Star Nations Academy. It is just really too cold to go out. And so anyway, I am up in the meditation room, also known as the medicine room, to do the unity breath meditation tonight. Needed someplace quiet and that I could still have my internet connected to my laptop. And so we ran the cable upstairs to get everything done. So welcome. Tonight is all about the Unity Breath guided meditation, and it is something that I do for you the last Tuesday of every month. And so one of the things before we get started, I'm going to like and share the broadcast so that those who would like to join us have the opportunity to, while we chat just a little bit and for everybody to show up who's going to be here. Now I just have to find, here we are. There we are. And I'm going to send it over to my news feed so my friends know. There we go. I'm just going to say, hey, friends, I'm live streaming my weekly live stream show. We're going to call it, we're starting to use the term spiritual talk show. So I'm going to put that in. And then to please join. There we go. And we'll get that posted. And I do believe Stephanie is still, she's still with family. So we're going to share it to the, closed groups. And so we'll say, hey, peeps. Live streaming right now. And then we can please join. Well, let's spell right. That would be helpful. Oh my gosh. There we go. And we'll send it over to the Academy and to the radio network. There. That works. There we go. So how are you guys faring with this cold weather? This cold weather. Let's see who's in the chat. Rochelle is here. Hey, Rochelle. So good to see you this evening. Thank you for being here. And Heather Hearn is here too. Hello, Heather. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, cold weather. One of the things that I found helpful today with Puppy George is trying to play in the house, and because he's getting really bored because he's used to running around outside, right? And so we were playing hide and seek. He's never played that before. And so, and it was really working really well to get him to come on command and for him to find me, right? So we had some fun this afternoon. As I was setting up the studio up here in the meditation room, he actually came in and did what he usually does when we're working together in the afternoons, is that because he helps to hold the energy for us, right? And he laid underneath the table and he says, all right, I'm ready to go to work. But he wasn't supposed to be up here this evening because we're going to be doing this guided meditation. And it'd be just our luck, right? He'd start barking or wanting to play or something. So he's downstairs with Paul, and I don't know. Hopefully they'll be quiet. I can't hear them at all. So anyway, tonight's show is all about the guided meditation. And I'm going to try to pull up some pictures here for you guys. It's been a while since I used them, and we'll see if I can find them. And it's really good information for us to be able to see. Let's see, here we go. Let's hope they're all there. Oh, yay. All right. I've been so busy today, I didn't get to update the pictures to show the new cover of the magazine for the January issue. But at any rate, we can talk about some of the items within the meditation that you will need to know about. There's going to be some phrases that I'm going to be using in the meditation. So if you've never done the meditation with me before, you'll be able to understand some of the things that I'm talking about in the meditation itself. Okay. So first of all, we're going to talk about universal energy. It's also known as prana, also known as life force. And universal energy runs through us all the time. We don't even have to do anything about it. It automatically happens. And it flows through something that's called the crystalline tube or pranic tube. Okay. And that tube, and some people might actually know it as the hara line for those people who study the chakras. Okay. And the universal energy flows down through the top and up through the bottom. And this picture really does a good job, I think, in showing how that flow happens. It runs right down through the center of us, down through our crown chakra, down through, right through the middle of us, down into the earth. And so it actually does a couple things, okay? That it does help us to ground to Grandmother Earth. It also helps us to balance because it is love. Universal energy is at the frequency of love. So we have love flowing through us 24/7, 365. It's a gentle flow. And if you turn your attention to it, to see, sense, or feel what it feels like, many people can actually feel it, okay? So the crystalline tube that runs through us, hey, Maureen just popped in. Hello, Maureen. It's good to have you here. The crystalline tube that runs down through us, the diameter of that tube is, they used to say it was the circumference of our wrist. So if you measured your wrist, right, it would be about that. Mine is about that wide, or it used to be. We're in a completely different energy field than when I first started doing this meditation and also teaching it. Our crystalline tube is much wider. It's probably 2 or 3 times wide now than what it was about a decade ago. All right. It's just because the energy field is so different. Grandmother Earth is vibrating at a much higher rate than she has ever vibrated in written history. And so in order for us to even be with her, to be here, we have to be able to match her frequency and vibration in a certain range. Okay. It's not a specific one, it's within a range. And so, this is the energy that also flows through her. And here's another good picture. Our bodies are exactly like Grandmother Earth because we come from her, right? Our physical bodies come from her. And so she too has a crystalline tube. You can see that running down through the center of her. And so universal energy also flows through her. And you can kind of see this kind of a light circle around her. That's her auric field. Some people like to call it the universal grid or the consciousness grid. And so we have one too, right? We have one too. So let me see. Here's a good picture of the hara line. Some, like I said, some people who study the chakras will know the crystalline tube or the pranic tube as the hara line. And this picture helps us to see that. Runs right down through the center of us. This picture helps us to see and to remember that our bodies generate something called a toric field. And Grandmother Earth does the same thing, right? And so in this picture, you can see two circles around the body. The bigger one is created by the universal energy flowing through us. It runs right through our heart, through that magnetic field, and creates what's called a toric field. And if you were looking down from the top, looking down, it would look like a donut. And the energy flows down through it. The smaller field in the center, closer to the body, is actually generated from our heart. Yeah. And so these two fields that are around us all the time, all the time. And actually, did you ever walk into a room and the people that are in it, there's some people that you can sense even before you come up to them? Yeah, because what you're feeling is this energy field around them. Yeah. All right. And in part of the meditation, what I'm going to be asking you to do is to bring a couple of images to you. Okay. We know that visualization, imagery, is a very sacred feminine way of communicating. Okay. And the images that we bring to us, I'm going to be asking you to bring from nature, from Grandmother Earth herself. Okay. And so you can choose places that you've been before. Choose places that, like a park or your backyard, someplace in nature that you just find so beautiful that you just love going there, right? All right. The second thing with that is to feel the feelings about that place. To know that how much you love that place, how much you appreciate it, how much you love nature. Okay. So, Grandmother Earth imagery, and it can be anything, and it's okay. It's okay to go from one image to another. They're your images, and you can spend some time with them. The most important thing is to feel the feelings about that imagery. Okay. All right. Now, there's something that that occurs when we bring images of those that we love to us, because as two-leggeds, as humans, we're a part of nature. We're not separate from it. So in order for you to be in that energy field of love, we're going to also bring to you maybe a child that you love. It could be your own child, even if they're adults. You can remember them and bring their image of maybe a toddler, or the age that you and that person really connected. Okay. And so you can bring them to you at whatever age that is, and feel the feelings around for that person from your heart. You can also bring in your pets of any kind. They could be four-legged, or they could be winged, or they can be, turtles, whatever it is. A pet that you just dearly love. Okay. And so when we're bringing their images to us, we're really making it so real that we can feel them. We can feel their fur. We can feel them hugging us. Okay. So it's okay to use your imagination. It's okay. But you remember that the feelings are also very important. Now we're going to do the same thing for Grandfather Sky. I'm going to be asking you to bring imagery of what you just love about Grandfather Sky. So it could be anything in the sky. It could be clouds. It could be stars. It could be the moon or the sun. And what kind of feelings that it brings to you. Okay. So that's all a part of the guided meditation. And I'm just kind of going through. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, yeah. we're going to also be asking you to do this, to bring either an image of a sunrise or a sunset. Either is fine. Either is fine. It's whichever one is that means the most to you. Okay. So that's imagery, and it's really a big part of this meditation. Years ago, my teacher, Drenvalo Melchizedek, had been visiting the Kogi Mamos in the mountain region in South America. And he spent some time with them. And this is where he learned about this meditation. It's a meditation. It's about a meditation. I'm trying to remember the phrase. It's without words. It's all about love and what's in your heart. Okay. Yeah. And he tells a story that certain tribal members would be selected to go through an initiation. And with this initiation, what they would do is they would be placed in a cave for 9 days and 9 nights. Yeah. With no food or water. Okay. And so what they would do is they would actually be facing their fears. They'd be connecting to the Creator and to their spiritual team. But they would also do something else. They would do this, they say they dance, but it's not like dancing at like a club or anything like that, right? It's more like a swaying back and forth, more like a trance, okay? And so they would do this in the dark for 9 days, 9 nights. Now, Drenvalo said, as industrial humans, there's no way that we could make it through something like that. Because what they say that when you're finished with this initiation is now you're truly human because you're living from your heart. Right? Okay. So this particular meditation, what it does is it connects us to both Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky, and how much we love them. Indigenous people from all over the world know that this is the key to our ascension, because we're in our hearts. We're not only in our physical heart, we are that, but we're actually getting closer and closer, and if not, in our actually high heart. And in the high heart, we're balancing the mental mind and the emotions, the heart. And that's where we live our life from. And the thing is that we're remembering. We already know this at a soul level. We already know this. It's waking up the conscious mind to it, remembering what it feels like to be in that frequency, in that energy field. And then the physical body, it's kind of like a muscle, remembering and building strength. Okay. So the more often that you do the meditation, the more often you're in the frequency of love from the high heart, is that your physical body gets acclimated to it. And your emotional, your spiritual, and your mental body remembers this energy field. Okay. All right. So with this meditation, one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to get a little relaxed, because I've found that our imagination works so much better when we're relaxed. And let's face it, it's the end of the day, right? and we've already been through a full day of whether it's work or, maybe you're helping to watch grandchildren or children because of the weather. Everybody's home, right? Yeah. So we get a chance to relax. So what I'd like you to do is to be in a comfortable position. If you're sitting in a chair, you're going to have your feet flat on the floor, which means you may have to move a little bit closer to the edge of the seat. Okay. And you might want to have pillows behind you to give your back some support. And we'll give you a couple seconds to do that. It usually doesn't take too long to get that kind of comfortable. You can also be laying down if you want. As long as you can hear my voice, that's all you need. I'm not going to be showing any more pictures or anything like that, so you won't be missing anything. As long as you can hear my voice, that's the most important. If you're sitting on the floor, which is fine, is to have your legs more stacked like this rather than crossed. Okay, because what we want is an open circuit for our body, so that the energy can flow unencumbered through our whole body. Okay, or you can sit kind of like kids do when they're on the floor. They sit with their legs out straight. You could do that too. As long as you have some support for your back, because it's going to be a good 20-30 minutes for the entire meditation. Okay. All right. So, some people like to take off their glasses or jewelry to set them aside. You can do that. So just getting comfortable. So this meditation is about love. It's about remembering what it's like to have love not just flowing through you, but around you. Okay. All right. So getting comfortable. And in a couple minutes, I'm going to be asking you to take some deep breaths. Okay. And in these deep breaths, especially the first two, it's really taking it in. And when you get to the top of the breath, just holding it just for a second. And on the exhale, you're going to be blowing that breath out. Okay. I'd like you to make some noise. Really blow it out. All right. Okay. So here we go. All right. Taking a big deep breath in, really filling up your lungs from the bottom to the top. And at the top of that breath, just holding it just for a second. And as you exhale, is really blowing it out of your mouth. Okay? So here we go. And then blowing it out. There. Good. Now just breathing easy and naturally. Easy and naturally as I take a drink. Water. Good. All right. We're going to take that second breath. Big, deep breath in, really filling up your lungs, holding it at the very top of that breath, and on the exhale, blowing it out. Good. Now just breathing easy and naturally. Very good. Yeah. I'm going to be asking you to take another deep breath in just a second. Okay. And on this deep breath, what I'd like you to do is to imagine a white mist coming from your mouth when you exhale. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Big deep breath in. Holding it at the top just for a second. And on the exhale, imagine seeing a white mist coming from your mouth. Good. Good. Now we're just going to breathe easy and naturally just for a second or two. Good. Okay. We're going to do that one breath again, where you're going to imagine a white mist coming from your mouth. Okay? Here we go. Big deep breath in. Holding it at the top. And on the exhale, seeing a white mist coming from your mouth. There. Good. It's very good. Just breathing easy and naturally now. Good. In your imagination, imagine being surrounded by a white light. This is the light of the Creator, protection. Just notice what it feels like to be surrounded by the Creator's protection. Good. And then quietly to yourself, call to yourself by your birth name 4 times, calling your name, bringing all aspects of yourself back to the present moment. Four times, the 4 directions. Bringing as much of yourself back into this present moment. It's good. It's very good. Feeling more of you present. There we go. It's good. And turning your attention to your feet. Just noticing them. Noticing how they feel. And now notice your calf muscles and your knees. Just noticing them. Noticing your thighs, your upper legs, and your hips. Just notice how they feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your legs relaxing. Feeling your feet relax. Your calves. Feeling your knees and your thighs relax. And feeling your hips relax. Good. Turning your attention to your stomach muscles and to your diaphragm. Just noticing them. Noticing the muscles across your chest Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel these muscles relaxing. Relaxing. That's good. And now noticing your low back. Just noticing what it feels like. Noticing your mid back. And your shoulder blades. Noticing the tops of your shoulders. Just notice how they feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your back muscles relaxing. Letting go. Smoothing out. Relaxing. Noticing your fingers and your hands. Noticing the muscles in your forearms and your elbows. Noticing how your upper arms and your shoulder joints feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your arms relaxing. Relaxing. Noticing your neck muscles. Notice how they feel. Noticing your jaw. And the muscles around your eyes. Noticing your ears. Just noticing. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your body relaxing. 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 With every breath that you take, and with every sound that you hear, you just become more and more relaxed. More and more relaxed. In your imagination, imagine sensing, feeling, seeing your pranic tube. Feeling that universal energy flowing down through the top and up through the bottom. This gentle flow and noticing when the universal energy flows through your heart chakra, through your heart, that frequency of love. Just notice. In your imagination, imagine a place in nature, a place that you just love. It's so beautiful there, this special place. This image of Grandmother Earth that you just love and appreciate. Noticing what it looks like there. The color of the ground. The trees. The sound of water in a stream or a brook. Your special place. It's so beautiful. Notice how it smells, the aroma, the loaminess of Grandmother Earth, or the scent of pine. Or the smell of salt water in the air. So beautiful. Notice how much you love this place. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, bringing to you an image of someone or something that you dearly love. It could be a child or a pet. Notice the amount of love that you have for this being. As they sit in your lap or as you hold them. How much you love them and how much they love you. And notice where you feel this in your physical body. This love. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, Imagine gathering all of that love that you have for Grandmother Earth, gathering it and placing it into a beautiful crystal, all of your love that you have for her. And with your intention, sending this gift of love down to her core, down to her heart. And quietly to yourself, tell Grandmother Earth that you love her. Grandmother Earth, I love you. Grandmother, I love you. Grandmother Earth, I love you. I love you. Sensing, feeling, seeing Grandmother Earth's love coming to you, surrounding you, and filling you up with her love. And noticing where you feel her love for you in your physical body. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, turning your attention to a night sky. And bring to you images of Grandfather Sky that you just love and appreciate. Noticing the stars, the moon, the warmth of the sun, a blue, blue sky, big puffy white clouds floating by. Rainbows, hearing thunder in the distance. Hearing rain on the roof. how much you love looking up at the night sky. Gathering all of the love that you have for Grandfather Sky. And placing it into a beautiful crystal. And with your intention, sending this gift of love up to the sun. Sensing, feeling, seeing Grandfather's love coming to you, surrounding you, and filling you up with his love. And just notice where you feel Grandfather Sky's love for you in your physical body. Just notice his love for you. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, bringing to you an image of a sunrise or a sunset. Imagining those beautiful colors as they play across the sky and across the land, across the water. Noticing how much Grandmother Earth loves Grandfather Sky. And noticing how much Grandfather Sky loves Grandmother Earth as they come together at that special time of day where they show us their love for each other. It's so beautiful. And just notice where you feel their love for each other in this beautiful sunrise or sunset, where you feel it in your physical body. As you take a nice, easy, deep breath in, and as you exhale, turning your attention to sensing, feeling, and seeing Grandmother's love and Grandfather's love for you, their divine child. Notice how much they love you, how they fill you with their love, bathing you, their child, their divine child, with their love. the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, and you, their divine child, creating the Holy Trinity right here on earth. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, coming back to our present moment, coming back to the Communications from Home live stream, to your living room, to whatever room that you're in, just coming back, stretching and wiggling your toes and your fingers, coming back to the present time. And when that feels complete for you, you can open your eyes, stretch and yawn if you have to. And if you could please tell me in the comments that you're back, that would really be helpful. If you're feeling a little floaty yet and not quite all the way back, you can rub your arms, rub your hands together, pat your legs, rub your feet on the carpet or on the floor, tap them on the floor. Coming back. And if you could just type in the comments that you're back or you're okay. Thank you, Maureen. She says, I'm back in floaty form. Yeah, it's just going to take a couple seconds, to come all the way back in. So she's saying that. Yeah, and Rochelle says she's back. Thank you for letting me know. I feel great and very relaxed. You're very welcome, Rochelle. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah. And so you're in this frequency of love, your vibration and frequency of love. Now, just notice as the night wears on and into tomorrow is when that feeling that you have right now starts to fade. Okay? And it's okay. It doesn't mean anything good or bad. Okay? It just is showing you when you notice it is the length of time, earth time, that you were able to hold that frequency. And the more often that you bring those images of love to you, you'll be holding that frequency for longer and longer periods of time. That's because you're remembering, and then your physical body is following suit. Judy is saying, feeling wonderful. That's great, Judy. That's great. And those images are really more important than the words. Okay? The images and your feelings are much more important than any way that you could describe them in words. And so if you have a favorite image of either grandfather sky or grandmother earth, is practice with it. And it doesn't take much. When I first started doing this meditation, and then especially when I first started teaching it, is that I was practicing all the time. I'd be practicing when I'd be waiting at a red light, or when I was waiting for the water to boil for the tea. Or more importantly, when I was feeling anxious about something, is that I want to be in that frequency of love. And so I would bring those images to me. and feel their love coming to me and surrounding me. Yeah. So I'm curious, though. We've got just a couple minutes here. I'm curious. Is those that are in the live chat, were you able to sense or feel the love for grandmother Earth that grandfather Sky is sending to her at that sunrise sunset, right? Um, and a lot of times it is that image that brings that emotion to us, right? Because of that, how we sense or feel the sunrise or the sunset. And actually, I like both of them. I do. There's a certain feeling I get from the sunrise, though. It's kind of a peaceful feeling, right? The start of a new day. Yeah, it's got, for me, it has more outward energy going to it. Whereas the sunrise or the sunset for me is, it has more of a quieting quality where we're coming down from the day and kind of maybe coming more inward than outward. Yeah. I'm just curious. Everybody has a different way of sensing or feeling these things. And like I said, it's much more important that it's your images and that you are connected to them and you can feel the emotion around them. That's huge. Huge. Um, yeah. This is the ancient ones called this the key. The key, this the frequency of love that we have for grandmother Earth and grandfather Sky. It's the key to well, we call it ascension. That's not exactly what they called it, I don't think. They were more concerned about completing their mission, their what they were meant to do here. And when you're in that frequency of love, you're coming from your heart, from your high heart, and not just from your mental mind. Yeah, so it's good stuff. It really is. So I'm looking. We're almost at the top of the hour. I wanted to share with you that we've got another evening of healing coming up tomorrow night with Polly Jo LeBay and Soul Connections. That's Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't experienced that yet, I would encourage you to come and join us. If you have something that you wanted to heal or release, you're coming with your own intention and your own spiritual team, right? And Polly Jo and her team, what they do is they hold the sacred space for us to do that kind of work. And because we're energetically together, we have this collective energy, and it can be a very powerful evening. And also, Polly Jo does card readings too. If you would like to have a oracle card drawn for you and a mini reading, you can join us. That's in the second half, right? Second half of the show. So, oh my goodness, I've got one of my sisters is in the house. Teresa's here too. Oh my gosh, that's so nice that you're here with me tonight, Teresa. And Eddie Mullins is with us too. Oh my gosh, so good to have you guys here. It's good to see those names in the chat. I appreciate it. I do. Yeah, can you feel the love? I can. I can feel the love. Well, I appreciate you all being with me this evening and being a part of the meditation. And like I said, just notice when the feeling of that love that you're holding right now, when it begins to fade. And all you have to do is notice it. And if you want to, you can bring those images back to you again and recreate that, what we did together tonight. And you can bring your frequency back up to love and just notice how long you hold it. Be able to hold that. Remembering from your heart what it's like to be at that frequency, right? Okay. Well, with that, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, and I'll see you back here next week next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for communications from home. And if you'd like, you can join me for my daily live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 Central. We have a spiritual conversation and a conversation about spirit around the divination cards that I draw in the morning. So enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll see you later. Okay, Bama Mina. That's Potawatomi for until we see each other again. I love you guys.